Hey everyone, what is going on? It's Wilson. I'm back with another video. This one was a video that was requested from one of our subscribers about how to profit in this crazy market in 2019. It's been a rough ride. We've seen it all with like Tesla, Snapchat, social media companies, all these IPOs, Lyft battling it against Uber. Uber filed for IPO. I mean, it's a really liquid and crazy market. But let's talk about some of the best strategies, some of the mistakes that you want to avoid if you want to day trade and profit in this crazy market. So the first tip that I have is you want to trade leverage ETFs, because leverage ETFs. I made a video on this a while back. You can look it up in my channel about how leverage ETFs work and why I love it so much. I love trading the 3 times leverage ETFs, so they move 3 times the speed of a regular ETF, and it resets every single day. So what's really great about that is that you don't really need to know how to like short stocks. There's an ETF for almost every little sector, a leverage ETF for every sector. So let's say you predict the market will be going down, or you predict that small cap stocks will be going down. Well, then we will buy into the bear leverage ETF that trades at 3x the speed of the current market. So in a way, you're kind of like shorting the entire market based on that sector. And you can do these for healthcare. You can do this for small cap stocks, large cap stocks, maybe the China market or something like that. Some of my favorite ETFs, leverage ETFs to always trade again and again and again is like JNUG. What goes up always comes back down with leverage ETFs. So it's really easy to kind of predict the price. JNUG, JDST, TVIX, very volatile, very liquid. And you don't need a lot of shares. That's a strategy going in with leverage ETFs. The good thing is that you can just like swing this, for like 2 or 3 days, and you can take profits really quickly. You can if it upticks by like 50 cents, $1, and you have like 400, 500 shares on like a $10 leverage ETF. Boom, that's $500 in profit, right? They can profit quickly. You don't have to watch it every second, every minute, like as if you were scalping a stock. You can just do this in like an hour and see what's the prices, get in, get out, and stuff like that. So leverage ETF definitely one of the best strategies to day trade and swing trade for 2019. Uh, Make sure you learn how to make quick partial sales for profit. So my favorite trick to capitalize in a crazy market is to scale in and out of my positions. This means that I will buy in at like 1/4 my a bigger position, and then I will make partial sales as I take my profits along the way and continue to sell. Some people might be like, "Oh my God, like that kills my commissions," but profit is profit. So um, generating like $200 in profit off a partial sale is better than losing money when the stock goes not in your favor. So making sure that you learn to not get married to the stock, making sure you know that you can make partial sales and partial buys will allow you to gain a lot more in the long run. And if the position is in your favor and the stock keeps going up, you can always buy more in half position, quarter position, and sell the rest as well as you continue to take profits along the way. The next strategy is buying pullbacks and dips. There are a lot of stocks out there that was damaged by bad news, but they're pretty solid companies, right? A good example I can think of off the top of my head is like what happened with the Las Vegas shooting a while back, a couple months back, half a year back, or something like that, where all the hotel stocks dropped because of a massive shootout, massacre, and those are pretty stable companies. I mean, they're casinos, they generate profit, they've been listing in the exchange for a long time, but they took a big dip and a big pullback because of that. Now these type of companies will eventually recover. Same thing with like Boeing, all these stocks that are currently really trending right now that took a big hit because of bad news. Look into it. If they're a solid company, they've always been on an upward trend, and they took a big dip. Wait for the recovery moment. As soon as they start to break out, buy in, buy the dip, buy the pullbacks, and go with the momentum because it will soar in a day trade really, really quickly. Now, this next strategy, next tip, I cannot emphasize more than enough. Never ever bag hold, never ever chase a stock. Seriously, when you're day trading, when you're scalping, when you do momentum trading, it's so emotionally hard. I know I've been there, done it, but it takes a lot of discipline to just hold the stock overnight, especially if you're dealing with like the PET rule. It sucks, I know it. But look at all these examples like MBEV. The beverage company jumped up by like $2 per share. And if you bought in and then you're like, oh man, the price is going down, it's going down. At the end of the day, the market closes a lot lower. And you're like, oh, maybe tomorrow it'll go back up. No, man, it doesn't work like that for a lot of these companies. A lot of them are pump and dumps. Pump and dumps is a great way to make money in 2019 with this massive market, but only for day trade. Get in early in the day, get out, do your partial sells, and get over it. Do not bag hold, do not get married to the stock unless you're planning to swing trade. Next one, make sure you know your markets. Do your research. Some of these sectors that are doing really well in 2019 are cannabis. They're doing a lot of like medical marijuana and all those stuff. Healthcare, of course, crypto has always been on the boom. Each time crypto goes up, you see stocks like AMD, certain ETFs that are related to crypto that goes up, and the China market, healthcare, those are always, always doing well. So identify these top markets, find the stocks that run with these markets, and put them on your watch list. I hope this helps. My goal is to help you become a better trader and profit consistently, all for free. I'd never charge you guys anything. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up and subscribe. Feel free to ask any question and make sure you enjoy the trading process. Have discipline, set goals, and make money. Happy trading.